G'day, I'm Father Time, and today we're going to be setting a few laps. There's not going to be much else happening. I'm just going to be setting laps at Nurburgring, and hopefully they're going to be 9-minute laps, one after another, or less than 9 minutes. That's the plan. At the moment I'm fighting my microphone, which is, for reasons unknown to me, has decided to become very, very close, like the sort of close that you'd only get when you're buying a lot of drinks for somebody. Wow. I might have my rig a little bit closer. I might have my rig a little bit closer than I thought. Well, I've got to get a wheel on. I've got to have a sip of coffee. I've got to get warmed up. And seeing nobody's watching, which I totally understand. I wouldn't be watching either, to be frank. Not that I want to be frank, but alright, let's get online. Let's have a look at the channel. And I got to write a comment. One moment while I write a comment, so anybody jumping in can see what I'm doing. Roger. Well, that's something done. Now, and in an order of importance, I need to have a sip of coffee. I will spare you the noise. I might have to move my rig back a tiny bit. I feel like I'm just a bit too... There's something else is going on. I swear this thing is so much closer than normal. I can definitely see myself punching it a few times, running into it. And the microphone appears to be working well. Oh, there's a bit of music playing.
Beyond the cliffs, there's a breaker in the wall. I've never gone that far, roving in the dark, climbing the basin.
Right, I see. Problems with my headphones. Well, that looks like it'll work. Just in the seating position, getting some coffee going. It's fortunate that nobody's watching. Means I can have a quick smoke before I start. G'day Rob, how are you, mate? Oh, thank you for the like and everything. Yeah, I've just kicked off. I'm just going to punch out a few 9-minute laps if I can and entertain the folk for a while. I'm a bit doing the full races with the force feedback I've got and the incredible demands it is on the old shoulders, wrists and elbows for an old man. It's really bashed me around doing Nurburgring. So I'm spacing it out and just enjoying the quali, so I can just do a 9-minute section and have a break. But if I'm doing races, it's just destroying me. Thanks, Rob, mate. Thank you for dropping in. Have a great day at work. Really appreciate it. And thanks for the like, mate. Great stuff. Assist settings, ABS. That wasn't ideal. I need to change things a little bit. Just going to drop myself out for a moment while I rearrange my rig. It's just too close to the screen, and hence too close to the microphone, to the boom, which doesn't allow movement in that direction.
Travels like a dart, and we do it for the art. To the road less traveled, I keep carving my path. Yeah, bars get cold, you might wanna grab a scarf. I stopped running for myself, I started asking all the right questions, right people, right time grafting. Energy I feel was everlasting. Moments appearing in the passing. Fight or flight. Is it now? Is it fight or flight? No freezing. Fight or flight. Is it now? Is it never? Is it fight or flight? Fight or flight. Is it now? Is it fight or flight? No freezing. Fight or flight. Is it now? Is it never? Is it fight or flight? How much more can you escape? You keep running from yourself. You're just running from your fate. Looking for a hero with an animated cape, and you do it for yourself.
That does feel a lot better. That's right where it's supposed to be. Take advantage of this short break in proceedings to burn an offering, or at least get an offering together. Should let the hair down, I reckon. Really do look like a hobo then. Funny though, I don't think I ever really see myself without it. Oh, because a lot of the time it's out, but don't normally have it out on off stream, but Crazy old man. Yeah, I might leave it out for a while. Crazy old man. The crazy old man. Oh, well, look. I think the hair would be great if I was an actor or something like that. And they needed an old fella to play like Gandalf type roles, that sort of thing. And I'd have a good head of hair for it. The fact that I can't act for shit would be in my dream state, but that wouldn't matter, would it? I'm going to have some fun. Let's go for a spin. First lap, we'll just have a poke around. What I like to call my guide lap, where I don't try real hard, I just bob along. You know, try and be smooth and relaxed. Not worrying about missing the corner like I just did back there. Because in my memory bank now, I know there's like about half to 3/4 of a second there for when I go round next time. And there's a whole bunch there too. Actually, I don't normally keep going. I sort of like make my mind up down here after I go through this first sector. I got a sort of like a cut-off point, and I know, yeah, we're not definitely doing that one. Ideally, I want to be 52.5 or less. I've memorised a few of the timing points, the ones that I don't really need to memorise all of them. I sort of like just got a couple of key ones. And if I'm a long way off or something, I'll just abandon the lap and start again, you know. Another error there straight away. Yeah, so sometimes I just abandon the lap straight away. If I make a fundamental error in the first couple of corners, well, I just don't keep going. If you know, because I'm trying to set 9-minute laps or less, and once I get into rhythm, because I haven't done that yet, but as soon as I get warmed up, this is going to be like my first lap I complete. And that'll give me a guide. It might be like 9 minutes and 5 or something like that. Or I might nail it straight away. Like that's a great start. That's the sort of start I want to get every time when I start. So when I get to the first timing point, I know whether I'm going to keep going with the lap. I almost certainly will be this time, because I'll be getting very near my cut-off point down here for my first sector. And in my mind, if I'm not close to it, in these first 2 sectors, that was sloppy. Yeah, I'm a long way off, 53.0. I'm supposed to be 52.5 or better. But, however, I did get a really nice run out there, and if I get these 2 together, not too bad. Now this is the one. It's got to be 19.4. That's pretty putrid, but it's okay. You can work with it. Anything under 19.5, I'm not too bad with. Oh, fuck me. Unfocused. I'm only trying to do a guide lap and I'm talking. I think that's probably because I'm talking instead of focusing. I'm aware that someone else is watching, you know. Thank you. I'll just focus and that'll probably be better for you. Semi got away with it. Not great, but you know, that was pretty awful. Danny, how are you, man? It's so good to see you, mate. Thank you. It's all about the quality today. I'm just trying to get to a point where I've got to, I want to hit 52.5 here, so I got to focus and get the first part right. Otherwise, I'll just, you know, you're not going to be seeing anything worth watching. Thank you. Thanks for dropping in, Danny. Really, really appreciate it. Rob dropped in. Drop a like and that sort of thing. Fantastic. I appreciate it. I'm going to shut up and just focus on the thing because I know people are watching and I don't want to let them down, so I'm just going to have to focus and not talk so much. But you know, as soon as I hit my marks, every timing point, if I keep going, then you know I'm close to what I'm optimally looking for. It's actually as easy as shelling peas once I actually complete a damn lap. Well, I'm not saying it's easy as a shelling peas. I kind of am, but I'm just saying that because I've done so many of these, and I've done this like repeatedly. So I expect myself to do it even when I'm talking. Jesus. For Christ. Right, that's it. Fuck it. No more talking. sloppy. Just get a damn lap done, dickhead. It's supposed to be the guide lap. It'll do for that. Awful, awful, awful. About 2 to 3 seconds down on desirable, but I'm just getting a guide lap done. Should be close to 9, but not great. .306 is supposed to be 304 or better. So it's like 2 to 3 seconds off a decent time. Supposed to be at 33, I think it is. Yeah, here. Yeah, 33. So it's 3 seconds off. Pretty sloppy, but you know, first one of the day, so very, very ordinary. Oh, 27.5. Now we're about 4 seconds off. Well, that was okay, though. Limited the damage. Yep, that's not too bad. Yeah, it's still only going to be 4 seconds down, but like I've sort of like limited the damage. I think the best I ever got up here was 502 something or other. 502.2 or something like that. So it's like 4 seconds off still. Well, it'll be around the 9 minute 901, 902 around there. Yeah, provided I don't do anything stupid, like, because it's, you know, that's possible. But I have done it a trillion times. So there's like no surprises. It's just, to me at the moment, I've just sort of like done it so many times that it's just a matter of doing each assignment correctly. And the assignment here in the bowl, or what I call the bowl up here, is to steer in fourth and 10 and just hold third in there. Before I grabbed I fell out of the bowl. Yeah, now we're going to be like 6 seconds down now. But anyway, that was as soon as I started talking. Dickhead. Hello, at least he's back. Oh, brilliant, dickhead. 7 seconds. Just no, I suppose I'm being a bit hard on myself. First one of the day. Alright. I'm just going to let myself off with that. And I just did have a great big fat joint, so I guess being stoned. First one of the day, yep. pretty unfocused. I'm going to let myself off. After this lap I'll have a coffee and a sip, and then I won't be so angry at myself. Look like a complete Burke. Oh, you dickhead. Oh, good. Oh, that was just such good work. Fuck. I am going to have to give myself a little talking to and then let myself off with a warning. The time, sort of like looking for around here is 04 or 05. So it's only like just out a little bit. Just a quick 10 seconds or more. God, that's awful. Anyway, it was a guide lap. First one of the day. I'll let myself off with it. I got to 234 there. I was supposed to hit 237, 238. That's how far off I was. So it'll be like 907, 9010, or 910, something like that. I'm not even going to get a great launch. All right. Got the launch ready. I'm just gonna. That's because I'm 67. And I have force feedback up pretty high. Actually, not high enough at the moment because it felt pretty damn soft. All right, I'm going to continue, but I need to have a sip of coffee, and this time I think I'll do a hell of a lot better than that shit just then. It was horrible. I mean, seriously, most of that was putrid. I kept going, even though after sector 2 I was going, maybe you can rescue it a bit. And then straight away I started making mistakes even worse. So I was just getting slower and slower and slower as I went round. Of course, then I tried to push a bit to try and get it around 902, 903. And I made even more mistakes. Which is all classic stuff for... It's counter to what I know I should be doing, but the pressure of doing it in front of people and being stoned just made me weak, made me unfocused. And if I'm as good as I think I am at this, I don't mean the game, I mean at being focused, I should be able to have a couple of takes on this, on one I prepared earlier. Just give me a moment, I'm just going to have a couple of takes. And if I'm as good as I think I am at concentrating, I'll just smash this. I'll just smash a 9. So, this is the talking to I'm having with my psyche, telling myself what I'm supposed to do. Because I'm going to be honest, I'm a bit prideful about my ability to concentrate. I have pride about it. I don't mean fucking dickhead ego about it, but I mean, it's every man, every person should be able to make something even close to should be able to be detached enough about themselves to make a clear judgment. We always tend to be either hypercritical of ourselves or over exuberant in our praise for ourselves. But finding the middle ground, like that another person might do. That's the real trick, isn't it? So, anyway, if I can concentrate, I'll do it, won't I? weak as piss. Terrible. Absolutely fucking terrible. Dreadful. Absolutely fucking dreadful. Well, at least I've got that corner I crashed on to count on. Might actually do a bit better job with it. Oh, that's right. Crash corner. Here we come. Not this time, eh? Still horrendous. Oh, pretty awful. Oh, very awful. Even the beginning was just bleh. Well, it'll do for a guide lap. There's so much to improve on. Improve upon. At least the launch for this lap will be better. Right. Now try not to fuck everything up. Good on you, donkey. That's better. Oh, that's a brighter start. Numpty. I think that was actually better too, wasn't it? And this? That was better? Oh, it's just as good. No, it was better. So was that. Oh, yummy. Now we're on target. 52.5 is the correct number. Anything under 52.5 is acceptable. I've got to be happy with that. Not so much that, but get to keep some of it. Yeah, 19. That's good. Now, do this one a little bit more smoothly because I lost a lot of time here. That was better. So was that, I think. Not so much. Oh, actually, I didn't do a very good job here last time. I think that's a little better. Alright, and that's it. Just fucking blew it. There's no recovery from where I'm just there. Like, I know instantly the second I did it, there's no recovery. It's just shit city. So it's an appropriate time for me to have a small break. Not like 5 minutes or anything, I mean 2 minutes, while I have a sip of water, have a mouthful of coffee, have a couple of tokes, and then do it again. Rearrange the seating position too. The old tailbone gets mighty sore. Lifetime injuries, of course. Not much you can do about them. Right, 902.5. Pretty putrid. But as everybody knows, doing laps, especially when there's as many sectors as this is, you've only got to get one sector wrong. And it's around you go again, you know? And that's why I think a lot of people don't do Nurburgring, and especially qualifying, because it's so demanding. It is the most demanding qualifying lap there is. I don't know of any more demanding one in GT7 than this lap. But the funny thing is, the more often you do it, the easier it becomes. Funny that, eh? It actually gets... I will honestly tell you, this is true. Just bear with me while I turn that music down a bit too. That's my chill music. I will honestly tell you that I started the game, a month or two after it came out, and I actually played it for maybe 18 months, achieved a pretty decent level, and never went near Nurburgring because I was terrified of it. I thought, how could I possibly ever learn that with that many turns? I thought it was amazing that I could learn 6 or 7 turns in a track, but to do 40 odd or something, I just went, oh, really? And as an old man, I just went, nah, I'm not doing that. And eventually someone dared me, it sort of like goaded me into it. One of my friends, I think from America, Just Carl or someone like that, and he encouraged me to do it. Or it might have been Phil Moore from Canada. Someone encouraged me to do it, and eventually I did, and after a while I fell in love with it. It was a monstrous task to think, so I went really slow to begin with, and I just kept doing it until I knew where all the corners were, and then it just started to become fantastic, just beautiful. I used to think it was incredibly long, because, like it is the longest qualifying lap. I used to think it was so long, just so long. But now it's over so quick. Every time I go through it, like after I've been practicing a while, after a couple of hours, after I've warmed up, it's sort of like I don't make as many mistakes, and because I'm not trying to fix up the mistake I just made or trying to get back on track or anything, I'm less and less stressed each time, so that I have more and more energy to focus on the next thing and next assignment in the track. Because in my mind, I sort of like break every every part of it into assignments or tasks, because, you know, you don't have to do anything when you're going in a straight line. So, like, the big sweeping corner to the right before you go on to the back straight, that double apex type thing up the top and undulating and dropping elevation and all that stuff, that corner there, that's that task. And once you complete that and get a nice exit onto the back straight, then in my mind, there's nothing else to do unless there is a specific gear change pattern that you need to do to achieve your best speed. So realistically, yeah, in the middle of the back straight, there is another small assignment that I have to do, because there's a right way and a wrong way to change gears there in the G70 to get the highest top speed you can get on the straight, you know, unassisted. So there's a right and wrong way to do the gears there. So it's a small assignment. And then the next assignment is, you know, obviously is the entry, getting the entry right into the last right-left before you finish your lap. So, you know, the way I see it is that there's like 18, 20, 30 assignments in the lap. And the more I tick off the list from the beginning, which is how I focus on it, is I tick off on getting the assignments right, and I know what I'm supposed to do in each one. I've broken down each assignment. And so as I progressively get through them, I don't feel more stress, I feel less, because I've had to do less compensating for when I've made errors in the assignment. So the way I kind of figured out how to do it was to become smooth as butter first, you know, at slow speeds, and that's how I ended up. So now I can regularly do under 9 minute laps at 67 years old, but it's all based on how I broke it down and made it much more simple. So getting the assignments right is the focus, and to get the way to get them right. You can get them a little bit right, a lot right, and you can get them brilliant, you know. But as long as you complete them smoothly, which is my definition of getting them right. So getting them right means that you were smooth. It doesn't mean you were necessarily fast, but you were smooth through the assignment. And the smoother you can be, the quicker you become. So there's definitely degrees of getting the assignment right, but the baseline for getting each assignment right is that you were smooth, not fast or any of those other things, just that you were smooth. And if you use that as your basis and your beginning, then, you know, like at 67 with only 80% vision, like there's only 5% of all the people in the world. There's 28,000 people, a bit over 28,000 people have done this. And out of that 28,000 people, and you can assume that they all do GT7, eh? You can assume that, well, 99% of them know how to drive the damn thing, play the game. And of those people, only 5% get under 9. Like, when you think about it, you know, 2,800 people is 10% and 1,400 is 5%. So only, well, it's actually 4.5%, to be honest, of the people who've done it have got under 9. And currently I'm under 2% at my age. And it's all down to a technique where you just where your priority, the thing that you make your priority is being smooth. Like that's your number one priority above all else in the game. That's you set that as your ultimate goal, and it doesn't matter how slow you start to do it, as long as you're smooth first. It doesn't matter, honestly. The speed doesn't matter. It'll take care of itself. But the longer you're smooth, the faster you'll get. That's basically it. So I'll do it again, but and I was just waffling on then, I realise. But I'm stoned, and I'm going to get slightly more stoned, so. And I know I look like a weirdo hobo with my hair out and everything, which I just sort of like saw how crazy looking I am. I look like some guy off the street just come up and accosted you, begging for money. Oh, I don't think this really improves it much. It just, I don't feel so untidy. Maybe, maybe a bit. Maybe because I had my hair out, I was untidy on the track as well. I was just totally hoboing it. Righto. I'll get with it now. And I'll try not to talk. Oh, fucking horrible music, but won't be able to hear it. Smooth first. Got it wrong, and I still wanted to finish that smoke. I spent so long talking that I didn't have the smoke I would stop to have. Good to go now. That's pretty good. Happy with that. Well, we know what the number is up here that we'd like to be under. You remember the number? 52.5 is the number, but we'll keep going with this because the main reason I'm going to persist with it is I got a really nice drive out of a corner, so might be able to pick it up if I time this. Yeah, and I did, so should be good. You know the number here is 19, I think it is. Yeah, 19.3, we're ballpark. If I was just doing this on my own, I'd have to be 18.5, 18.6. But we'll just try and complete a decent lap. That's nice. Lovely drive. Really nice, really well balanced drive. Able to get into fifth very comfortably. Not too bad. Just not all over the shop, you know. Bit sloppy, but you know. Solid. It'll do for a guide lap anyway. It's not fast, but it'll be solid. Yeah. It's about 2 seconds off decent. think the number I'm looking for up here is 35. Well, the ideal number is 32, 33, round there at this next timing point. And I just fucking blew it. Damn. Fuck. Damn. Talking. Really want to hit some of these numbers. All comes down even to the very first corner. That's solid. $52.7, $52.5's ideal, or under 50. $19.2. All right. dickhead. Fuck. Failed the assignment. Again. Jesus wept. 2 terrible sectors. Anyway, something to compare against. Oh my lord. It'd have to be absolutely picture perfect for the rest to even get better than 902, whatever it was before. Anyway, it'll do for a guide lap. I can compare it when I do a proper decent lap next. Terrible. Man, oh man, how poor is that? Should be ashamed of myself. I am ashamed of myself. 4 or 5 sections there were just... I felt stuff coming up in my throat. They were that bad. Round I go again. Just have to refocus, I guess. Slow at everything. Thanks, man. I'll definitely get onto that in a second. Still a long way off. Did a lot wrong. At least getting a bit closer, I guess. Something. I'll just get the lap done and I'll attend to that friend request thing. Not very well done, that's for sure. Certainly didn't complete, but it's set up for the next lap. That's the intermission time, obviously, folks. I did 2 laps in a row there. This old man's not doing any more than 18 minutes of bullshit focus. It's so hard, and then I'm definitely going to keep going. Once I get into the 8s, everything will be fine, but at the moment I ain't feeling the rhythm at the moment, you know what I mean? I'm not in sync at the moment. I feel pretty unky, sort of like all over the shop, and the truth is, it does take me actually quite a long time to warm up, just to get up to what you'd call track speed, I guess. And I know how long it takes. It usually takes like an hour to an hour and a half of me actually doing stuff to get into the rhythm. I've looked back on video of it. I've watched some streams in the past of myself, and knowing how long and whether or not I was warmed up or anything before them. And as when I had that detached sort of thing, when you're looking at yourself on video or something like that, later on it's a detached, you can sort of like almost be a bit detached and forget who you're looking at. And you can just drift off sometimes. I think everybody can do it. Even if you're watching yourself, you can lose the fact that it's you at times. If you're a bit distracted, you're looking around or something, whatever. But from the outside and on those times when I've been detached, I've looked at it and I thought, well, it doesn't look that bad, and which led me to think later on that a lot of it is in the head, how badly you're going. But I know when I'm just missing rudimentary stuff that, as soon as if I'm doing it early, I'm straight away thinking, fuck, I just don't have the rhythm at the moment. I just don't feel it. I feel really, uncoordinated. Anyway, I'm just going to roll a smoke and have a break for a second. Then once I get into the 8s, it'll be all right. I might actually even end up setting a decent time, like we're setting my best time. Actually, that would probably be ideal, really, just to get into the rhythm enough to start hitting, best times. That's the ideal thing I'd like to get to here. It's just to settle down enough and do it enough times and relax enough. I think I might, to help myself do that, and seeing there's not a lot of people watching, I don't blame you either, because it's just somebody doing qualifying, and which is really, I've seen other people do it, other streamers do it. There's one guy he's just made 1,400 subscribers, RSR Photo. I've seen his streams there, and he'll do hours of qualifying, and he gets people watching, so I figure, a track like this, it's a hell of a challenge, for anybody, especially for an old man, So if anybody wants to see an old man getting bashed up by a track, this is the channel. I can do qualifying on the other tracks, but like there's one that's just round and round and round and round and round, and we're already in the top. I think we're in the top 100 there, top 200. That in race A where you go round and round and round and round and round. Yeah, I think we're in the top 200 there, which is okay, It's pretty easy. You don't have to do anything. You just have to go round and round and round. Couldn't imagine doing that for 4 hours qualifying. No, Nurburgring for me. I'm just going to do it, even if nobody wants to watch an old man do this, a track like this. It's I'm going to do it anyway, because I'm going to try and set a better time. I ideally want to get down to like 8:54, 8:53. Some, really great. I'm actually going to. 9:01 was the last lap. Doesn't matter what I'm going to get rid of that. It just doesn't matter what it is. 9:01 was the last lap, so I'm getting close. As soon as I get it done. 8:56.7 is my best. Yeah, that's the best one I got is 8:56.7. But I was looking at the top, because we're 485th there, which is out of 28,500. So 280 is the top 1%, 560 is the top 2%. So we're in the top 2%. Oh, that's on this one. Yeah, but the other one, well, it's much the same. It's in the top 2% or top 1.5. The other time, 56.7. Well, actually, that's 0.4 faster, isn't it? 56.7. Where is that? Yeah, 410th. Definitely can do better, because I think I kept a replay of it. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I kept a replay of that one on the other account, and I had a look at it. I watched it, and I went, holy mackerel! There was places where I was just getting nowhere near the track limits, and I wasn't getting anywhere near the speed. And I was thinking, when I watched it over, there was like 6, maybe 7 places where I went, geez, you could have got way further out there. There was another, 6 inches of track there, that you could have pushed the car right out to the edge there and got a faster exit. And some of the ones I saw, see, they have a knock-on effect when you actually do get out right to the edge of the track limit, because, in your head you think you're getting there. But when you watch the replay later on, it doesn't lie, And the replay says, no, man, you weren't actually right out to the edge of the track limits there. And you go to yourself, but I was sure I was. But nah, and you can go further. So you lock that away in your mind. And that's why when I'm looking at 8:56.7, I'm thinking to myself, after watching the replay, I went, shit, I can see another second or 2 out there that you just left on the ground. So that's why, and you just hope that you can just nail all of the assignments in the lap. Anyway, I'm going to do it again. What I am going to do though is give the car an oil change. I know it doesn't need it, but I do it for the psychological reason. And the other thing I'm going to do is turn the studio overhead light off, simply because there's no real need for me to be in this much light, because I'm not a handsome man, So I'll change the oil, turn the light down, slip into something more comfortable, make a martini. No, I won't do any of those things. The only more comfortable state I could get into would be unconscious, because I feel quite relaxed. I just feel uncoordinated with it, but I think I actually will get it. I'll start to feel the rhythm, feel the beats. Right, I just got to change the view a second while I douse the light. I'll be but 10 seconds.